This is an NBC News special report. Here's Savannah Guthrie.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. And in just a few moments, we will witness a historic event in this new era of commercial space travel. Let's go. With about 30 seconds to go here, I want to bring in Mike Massimino, who is a former NASA astronaut, logged many hours in space. Just what these folks might be feeling in this moment as they're probably starting to feel a little rumble beneath them, Mike.
Hi, Savannah. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I think there's a lot of anticipation, probably thinking about things like how they got there. Each one took a different path to get there, remembering those things and realizing that they ended up today on board that rocket ready to go.
Let's listen in and watch this launch, Blue Origin, headed to space with Willard Shatner. And Mike, we'll bring you in here. You can say hi back to your colleague Joan. But also, what is the view like up there? This is a suborbital trip to space, so they're not in space orbit. What might they be seeing out that window?
Well, first, hi, Joni. Great to see you. Yeah, they're seeing some things. You can kind of get an idea by the shots we're seeing. One cool thing is the sky goes dark on you, even though it's the sun's out. When you get above the atmosphere, you look at the stars and around you, and you see a black sky. But looking back down on the Earth, yeah, they're not really that high relative to where the space station is. For example, they're 60 miles up, as Tom explained. You can see some detail, but you also can see, I think, from where they are, some the horizon. The beauty of the Earth, you don't see the borders, so you're seeing things with a much different perspective than anything you can get on Earth or even in an airplane. So it's really an awe-inspiring moment when you unstrap, float to the window, and this spaceship was meant for viewing the Earth with big windows and looking down at our home. It really can be a life-changing experience, and I think it will be for each of them.
Mike Massimino, I'll ask you, what to you is the value of a flight like this and this new era of commercial space travel?
Well, Savannah, I think what it does is it opens up the opportunities to fly in space, and not only for the people we see, but also for researchers, experiments. My students, I teach at Columbia. 2 years ago, they flew on one of those flights that they mentioned previously before they put people on board. They flew an experiment into space at low cost. So it opens it up for research, for people who want to go to experience spaceflight as tourists or observers, as we see today. And it's not just for anybody, just for the select few. Now it can be for more and more people. Granted, you need some cash to go right now, but I think that price is going to go down. And the automation involved, it doesn't take very much training, a couple days, emergency procedures. That's all it takes. It's minimal training. You don't have to dedicate your career like Joan and I did to get the chance to fly in space. So it's going to allow more people to go, and hopefully that price keeps coming down. Reusability that we saw, that rocket ship landing very close by to where it took off from, you can turn it around fairly quickly. And so hopefully that price will continue to come down and more people will get to experience this. And it will help, I think, not just in research and projects that people want to do, but also in just a global perspective. The fragility and the beauty of our planet really sinks in when you get to see it from space.
Would you expect with that brief time in space, Mike, that they'd have, that they wouldn't have their sea legs, that they might feel a little jiggly or woozy or dizzy?
Well, it's a pretty short time that they were up there. I think what we saw with the other crew, they were able to, stand up and get up and walk out and wave and move around. So I think that they'll probably be just fine. But just in case, I would suggest to them, and they'll probably be doing this, just taking it a little bit slow, make sure they get up and feeling good before they move around too quickly. But with just a few minutes of weightlessness, their adaptation coming back should not be a big deal.